Hi, this is Don Clark of FM Database Consulting and FileMaker Pro Gurus. I'm here at FileMaker DevCon 2016 doing interviews, and today, at this point in time, I'm interviewing Christo of Excelisys.
Excelisys, good job.
Excelisys. I started to say it wrong. I'm sorry.
Everybody does.
So, Excelisys.com, and if you've been in the FileMaker community at all, you know Excelisys because you guys have been around for 15 years.
Yes, sir.
If I remember, yeah, right there.
For sure. Big 15.
Yeah. And so you have been doing this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I got a T-shirt from you. It's gray.
Next March
2007.
Yeah.
I think because I went to 2002 was my first DevCon. 2007 was my second, and I was going through my closet the other day about 2-3 months ago, and said still got this shirt, and it's in great shape. So I started wearing it.
They're very comfy.
Very comfortable shirt. It'll wear out for it's old now, but hey, so I was a little older too. So tell me something about your business, Christo. Tell me something about you. How long have you been doing FileMaker?
I've been doing FileMaker since 1986. I was working at the University of Notre Dame.
Oh,
and,
neat.
I was their photographics guy, did photography and graphic design work there, and they needed a database to track all the services I provided to the university. And I actually started on a Reflex Plus database, and I switched to FileMaker. It was called FileMaker Plus today,
Yeah.
and then it became FileMaker Pro. And that's how I got involved in database design development. So, and I was the first one at the university to be able to have an interface with their mainframe system.
That's my favorite university. My brother.
Fighting Irish?
Yeah, Fighting Irish. That's my football team in college.
Right.
Even though I went to the University of Arizona, that's one of my favorites too. But I was Notre Dame Fighting Irish before that.
There you go. All right.
In like 5th grade, or something like that. I don't know. Long time ago. At any rate, that's fascinating. I've never been there, even been to their campus though.
Oh,
so
you wouldn't recognize it. It's changed a lot.
Has it?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, and so that's really neat. So you started off doing cataloging photographs and stuff.
Yeah,
like
so the catalog photographs actually was more of a POS system. It was designed to track the services we provided.
Mm-hmm.
It was designed to be able to charge them, and I had to go bill them against the accounts for the staff and the faculty, and that's how I got involved in it.
Okay.
So that was my start. And then from there, I went to work. Worked in Notre Dame University for a while. I went to work for a company called Dynamation International. The big robotic dinosaurs that were there when Jurassic Park came out.
Mm-hmm.
And they hired me because the guy that worked for me as one of my graphic design assistants, he became VP of marketing. That's why I moved to California. And when I went to work there, that was my job there. I was the librarian. I had to digitize all their assets and create a database so they could track their licensing program, who used what, for coffee mugs, T-shirts, pens,
Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah.
So that's how I got involved in it. Yeah.
Okay. And now you're the business manager.
Yeah, and I'm just the only
marketing guy.
president, the founder of Excelisys. Yeah,
Mhm.
We started this company in 2001. It was me and a gentleman named Geoff Ryle. We started the company.
Mhm.
Since then, we've grown. There's now 5 business partners that I've added to the company. And Jeff left us in 12. And so we've got Doug West, who's a very talented FileMaker developer, 15 certified. Greg Furry, who's is a project manager and a partner. He's also the director of IT, makes our software infrastructure, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And then Kurt Knippel, who's our director of production. He oversees how the programmers and developers work together and how we interface with the clients. And then I have Rick, who's my VP of sales, Rick Middleton.
Mhm.
And then there's me,
Okay.
the big man up top, who makes sure everybody's playing nicely together and customers are taken care of and everybody's happy and everybody's getting what they're supposed to get done.
I was talking to Matt Navarre before this
Matt.
interview, and he says, I'm fighting he says, I know I have to start doing the marketing and overseeing the business. He says, I'm fighting it tooth and nail because I love to develop. But you've embraced it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think that's a wonderful thing, because if you're going to make the company be more successful, you have to take care of the business side of things. That means you can't do as much developing.
Nope. That's how I got out of it. I don't think I've touched code in quite some time.
Mhm.
I'm afraid to even look at FileMaker anymore. I can barely put together a simple database.
But
It's changed.
But there's a lot more.
A lot more to it. A lot more bells and whistles in there.
Yeah.
The guys like it. I know the team likes it. It's amazing what it's come to since the days when I started.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing stuff has been done in it. The feature set, the functionality. Excuse me. Yeah, I know they love it. I mean, it's 60% of our business.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do with FileMaker. So.
Okay. What else do you do?
We do web app development as well.
Okay.
We do a lot of web application development, integration, that kind of thing. So we
Mm-hmm.
definitely embrace the website. We do a lot of WordPress support, WordPress setup, that configuration, help people convert to WordPress
Right.
sites. So we do a lot of that kind of stuff. biggest part of our business that's really taking off on the website is not so much custom web applications or custom websites as people coming to us, having us fix their existing ones.
Okay.
They went somewhere else, offshore somewhere to get something done.
Yeah.
And they have
We're not going to say India.
we won't, don't even say the word. And so we have to go through that and kind of fix the code and bring it back because it's usually pretty spaghetti-ish, so to speak.
Yeah.
So yeah, we basically we're doing a lot of repair, a lot of maintenance, a lot of support. But the great thing is they come back and guess what we get out of it? It's either so bad or it's so terrible we're telling them you're going to throw good money after bad and I wouldn't do it. So we get the custom work out of it anyway. So it works out really well.
Yeah. Well, that's nice, and that's important because you got to take care of the customer.
Yeah.
If you're not taking care of the customer, nothing else works.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to hear that you've made that transition because it's a transition I'm faced with making as well. As I grow, and if the business is doing well, then I have to start focusing more on the marketing. This is what I'm doing here. FileMaker Pro Gurus is the marketing side of my business.
Right.
Getting people who will link back to my website.
Yeah, it's all about organic SEO.
Organic SEO.
Or the SEM stuff.
Then somebody starts typing in a search term or something, and I got a better shot at coming up. And
That's right.
enough people see that, it works. And so that's my marketing, and it makes my business grow. And then I hire more people,
That's
and
right.
we make more people happy, just like you're doing.
Trying.
Well, we don't always succeed, but we sure give it.
I give it a shot. That's right. Give it a good shot.
Yeah, sometimes you can't make everybody happy, but you know what? Most of the people we can. So it's good to hear that. I mean, where are you in California now?
I'm not in California anymore. I actually
Oh, okay.
moved back to South Bend. I'm back in Fighting
Oh, you
Irish
are?
territory.
Okay.
Yeah. Moved back there in '01.
Okay.
So I was in California from, 93 to, 2002.
Okay.
So I was out to California about 8 years. I moved back to South Bend and married my high school sweetheart and
Congratulations.
family babies
Yeah.
and all that kind of crap. Yeah.
All right. How many children do you have?
Four. Yeah,
Okay.
4. She has 3 from a previous marriage and we have one together.
Nice.
Christina is her name. I'm Christo.
How
My
old
wife's
is
name is Tina Marie. Combined and we have Christina.
Christina. How old is she?
She's 11 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. She's great. She's into Taekwondo.
Mhm.
I think she's a red and black belt right now. She's on the last 2 or 3 steps to become a black belt. So she's kicking butt and taking names. She's doing really good at it. Yeah, we're really
Good.
proud of her. Really proud of her.
It's fun. Being a parent's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it has its moments. Yes, I agree
I'm
with
a
that.
parent and a grandparent at this point.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that one yet.
Yeah. Take your time.
Yeah, exactly. Put the brakes on. And I got my oldest daughter is getting married this year, so
Oh.
we got a wedding we got to plan for, and she's getting married end of August. So basically, the first week in September, she's getting married.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
At any rate, that's a neat thing. So you guys are doing any particular type of business in terms of FileMaker development? Do you have like a vertical market you go after, or a particular solution?
No, we
Type of business?
Well, in our business, the way the Excelisys has kind of come around is because of, at least the way I see it, the talent that we have is so diversified, and we've done so many different types of solutions. We have not verticalized ourselves in the market as far as going after a particular niche. And we got customers that are anything from mom and pop to big corporations. We've done things from the medical side, legal side, to POS systems and aviation. I mean, it's all over the map. It really is.
Okay.
We do have a couple of solutions that we are releasing for DevCon. We've got the Biz Tracker 5 that's coming out. It's our jumpstart solution. It's a good starter solution for someone who wants a good business solution for tracking inventory, invoicing, that kind of stuff, customer relationship management. It's kind of like not over the top, but it's just enough to get someone going. It's way less expensive than doing something custom from scratch. It saves a lot of time and money that way. We've got the eval tracker that's coming out this year as well at DevCon. Eval tracker is an HR solution, so you can set up a template for questions you may want or goals for your employees, that kind of thing. Track, score them, compare them. There's charts, stuff in there. So it's cool. Nice little HR utility tool.
Okay.
And then the other one we got is a trucking tracker. Kind of seeing the theme here, tracking this, tracking
Yeah,
that.
track, yeah. Well,
Trucking
that's what
tracker.
databases do.
I know, right? Call it what it is.
Yeah.
Trucking tracker is another one we got out, which is if you're an independent owner or operator of a truck, shipping, receiving, that kind of, you driving the truck cross country, helps you manage that business. And then we've got another one coming out very shortly soon here called the rental tracker, which is basically a continuation of the business tracker with allowing to forecast the future for rental, so you can track your rentals and that kind of stuff. It's got a lot of cool rental stuff in it, and all that stuff will be on our site here soon. So I don't want to give it too much away, but rental tracker is going to be pretty cool.
Nice. Well, yes, so you are doing some
Minor verticals. These are just these.
They're not specific to one little segment.
Industry, correct.
Yeah.
Really, they come about because of the rental tracker is specific to the rental industry.
Yeah.
We went through a whole slew of a lot of companies that are hiring us to do rental solutions. And we just basically took some of the common threads and then put them into this jumpstart. Same thing with the business tracker. The business tracker is, you think of all the clients that have hired us, there's just been several common denominators that we're always coming to. So we kind of just, that's what we did. Let's get past this, not reinvent the wheel. This is all the basics.
Smart.
But the great thing is still a flexible platform, so it needs to be changed. If you want to change the look and feel, how things are ranked, it's a piece of cake. So.
Or add some features that are not on the other part of it, which is
Correct.
a wonderful thing about FileMaker. You can take that and just move it off this direction.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if they have a special process that the only thing they do, which is what I seem to find with all the FileMaker clients, they all have something they do that is their own way.
Yeah, it's very unique to them.
Yeah,
Their
yeah.
own special workflow or process. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and boom, it's, you write it for them, they're happy as they can be.
Yep.
And sometimes they don't call you back because it just keeps working.
Yes, we built it all. Oh, this will be edited out, right? I'm kidding. Yeah, that's the only sometimes when you do too good a job and they don't come back for any more work. So.
Yeah, somebody I was talking to yesterday, I was interviewing, and he said, I wrote something for somebody and didn't hear from him for 5 or 6 years, and I talked to him and said, what's going on? Are you still using it? Oh yeah, we love it. You haven't ever called it. Well, it works.
Yeah, all right. Haven't needed to change it.
Haven't needed to change it. It's not broken. So
That's the way to do it.
That's the downside for if you want to have food on the table.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got to keep finding new clients. It's smart, therefore, to come up with a generic piece of software. Got some great features in it, like you're talking about with the business tracker. That's continuity for your clients, continuity for you, for your employees. And that's business sense, business savvy, I call it on my website. I checkbox that as one of the categories. Is it business savvy? And that goes with motivational stuff or positive attitude or better ways to keep things going and how to keep employees happy. All that encompasses a lot of stuff. That's your job now.
Yeah, to make them happy.
You make them happy
Right.
and just run the business correctly. That's really important. Almost everybody I talk to in these interviews is a hands-on programmer. It's good and very refreshing to get the other perspective, which is somebody's got to run the business.
Well, I've got a great team. I mean, this team has been accumulated over 15 years. Most of my people have been with us for 10 plus. Even the newbies have been with us for at least 7 years. I got a couple of new hires this year. We look for really seasoned people who've been there, done that. So we take really good care of them. And it's not just about the pay, it's the environment we give them too. It's the support environment we do. We have fun. I mean, that's one thing about Excelisys. I'm sure people laugh a lot, but we like to have fun. We enjoy each other. We enjoy the time we spend at DevCon, but we're kind of a different company, and I think that gives us a different perspective, a different edge. But the team we have is they're good people. They work well together. We do our own little thing every year called XCon, and everybody flies in, the entire
XCon,
company.
I like that.
Isn't that funny? Kind of fitting too, I guess. And they all fly in. We just tell them you need to get there. We'll pay for the entire event, and they're there for 4 days, and we do a bunch
So you
of
have a lot of
meetings.
remote people?
Oh, everybody.
Everybody, okay.
Everybody's remote.
Yeah.
And everybody flies in, and it's a 4-day weekend. Everybody has to present. Everybody has to come with a topic, and it's great because you get to see these people interact with each other and share their ideas. And it's funny because of the type of company we are. It's amazing how well it's like everybody worked together, has always worked together in an office because they can. The jovial humor, the teasing to each other in a good way, the support, the positive comments that come back, how they kind of banter back and forth like brothers and sisters. It's amazing, and it's because of the people we pick.
That's great.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's good to know that you can build a diversified, well, not diversified,
Very
a spread out. There's
Yeah.
another word for that, and I'm missing it right now, but nevertheless.
They call it
It's virtual, but it's really geographically separated. So
Yeah.
people are all over the place. They're working together. What tools do you use?
We collaborate a lot internally on Slack. So we use Slack for
Okay.
internal communications. We use Basecamp for, we have 2 Basecamp versions. We have one version for all internal projects that we track, and we use the Basecamp for our clients.
Okay.
And we're actually in the middle of building our own right now in Sugar Sweet CRM. I think that's all the words there. And we're doing it kind of slow. We're just kind of recreating some things that we want, better tools for us to use. And then of course we use GoToMeeting, the typical video conferencing software that's out there, and that's what we use to collaborate sometimes on some bigger projects or with our clients.
Okay. Well, yeah, those are the kind of things you need to figure out what works, what doesn't. I use Zoom, which is a video conferencing software. It allows people to control the other screen and so on, and it's pretty inexpensive.
What's the other one that's out there? There's, I think.
Join.me is
That's what I was thinking of. Join.me. I think we use that as
I have a
well.
client that uses that, as well.
They
So
like
I'm on
that.
Join.me all the time with them. Or he gets on my Zoom session, whichever. It doesn't make any difference. It works out well for both of us. But these tools are great. You couldn't do this thing just a few years ago.
That's so funny. Well, but we've been doing this for 15 years. That's what's funny. And
Mm-hmm.
when we started off in this direction, I mean, there was what was the name of it before Slack? I'm trying to think of the name of that. Another very similar to Slack,
Mm-hmm.
and the name escapes me at the moment. It'll come to me as soon as I leave this building.
Yeah.
But we used to use something before Slack, and it was same or Yammer. Yammer was one we
okay.
used, and there was one before that. Of course, we used Messenger, Apple Messenger,
Yeah.
as a way to.
Mhm.
And then, of course, the video conferencing stuff's been around for a while.
Yes, it
So
has.
it's just improved greatly.
Your WebEx is one of the first ones.
Yeah, WebEx one of the first
Mhm.
ones. And so we embraced those technologies way early on.
Mhm.
Because I always thought, man, first of all, I don't have much business in my own backyard. And most of the business is either nationally or internationally. So you got to be all over the place.
Right.
And I think that was one of the selling points we pitched people. Is like, yeah, we're not there, but we can be there. I mean, we can be here, you can be there within 5 seconds. You and I are sharing a screen. If there is a problem, we can log into your computer, you can give us control, and we can take care of it from there. And I think at first,
First time we have a problem is if your computer won't restart.
that's the big
Maybe
thing.
somebody push that button.
I know, right? Go pull like it. But and you're right. And those technology before. I'm trying to think here. And let's see. That was that company. I think it was before 01, before I started Excelisys. The tools are relatively new, and we didn't embrace like Yammer and that kind of stuff because we still used Messenger at that point. Yammer was later on, but those tools. In their infancy, when we started this company, still worked out very well.
Yes.
And you're right, they have improved tenfold now. It's amazing what you can do. And the collaboration that you can do, the sharing of code, all the stuff that we're embracing so we can do stuff in the cloud and move it around has worked out really well
Oh,
for
yeah,
us.
and it's getting better and better every year. So, I
Exactly.
mean, it's just so much easier to run a workforce that way. I like your idea, though, bring everybody in, and you're centralized, right there in Indiana.
Yep, right in the
Yeah, right in the middle of the country, so.
Everybody comes
Yeah.
in and show them a good time, and
Yeah.
it's intense meetings, and people, like I said, they collaborate. They have to pick a topic. They have to give us a summary, just like they do, like in a DEF CON. Everybody's a speaker, so
That's nice.
and we have a good time. It's a work hard, play hard kind of a 4 days, and after it's done, we get a lot of compliments. Staff always says this was a lot of fun. This was great, and didn't know so and so this. So there's that personal connection they get to have with each other. It's just different, and I like it. It's neat.
It's
like
kind of
a
neat.
prop
It is fun. And you get to know people all over the place as well from what your work nationally, internationally with this website, FileMaker. I know people in every continent except for Antarctica. I might. So I don't know. But I know at every other continent I got people that correspond with me that send me comments and stuff like that, and occasionally email here and there. It's kind of neat. Somebody walked up to me last night and just said, "Don Clark, I read your stuff every day." It's really great, it's fun. And now I got a contact in Western Australia. It's like when I get down there, I'm going to make a point to go over there and say hi, go out and have dinner or something like that. It'd be kind of fun. There's that kind of camaraderie. FileMaker's a special community that way.
It is.
And I like the pictures that you put up on, because occasionally I'll see something on like, I don't know if it's on Facebook or if it's on, I don't know. I do too much social media. I always see your feet hanging out there and you got the hat pulled out over your head and stuff like that. It looks like you're having a good time.
Relaxing.
So what do you do for fun?
Well, I'm really big into motorcycles. So I've ridden all over the country. We did Sturgis last year. I ride with some friends and their wives. There's a lot of people that I ride with. I'm into Harleys big time, and I've recently developed a love for the Harley Springer, the Heritage Springer, which is built from 97 to 2003. So I built a special little bike barn that I use as my workshop, and right now I've acquired 4 Springers. I have a 97, I have 2 brother and sister 01s, and I have an 03. And my 01, one of the 01s I fixed up, redid, new paint job, tore it all down, put it all back together.
Nice.
Love that bike, a lot of fun. They're nice bikes. They got a nice Springer front end. They're gorgeous. Look them up. They're beautiful. And then my 97, which is the very first year of that bike, I got that one all put together and fixed up. So now I got to finish up my other 01 and my other 03. So that was my project.
That keeps you busy, huh?
Yeah, in my spare time, which I don't have. But yeah, those are my tinker toys.
Nice.
A sanity check.
Okay. And where do you ride around in Indiana?
Yeah, it's kind of boring in Indiana. We go up to Michigan a lot, but you go to the outskirts. I mean, we've ridden
Also up in the Peninsula area and all that?
Yeah, we've done the up around there, but
Yeah.
we always do a lot of destination rides. We've done Kentucky Lake, we've done Tail of the Dragon. Like I said, we've done Sturgis, and usually these are destinations that while we get there, I actually plan rides that are there. They're usually anywhere from we'll go with 6 to 8 to 10 people will ride with us, or we'll meet up with other people as well. And so I do a lot of ride planning and.
Come out to New Mexico sometime.
A little too hot for something.
No, you come out in the fall or
It's probably beautiful.
There you go, it's beautiful. And there's a lot of mountain ranges and great rides.
Oh yeah, well, when I lived out here, or not in Vegas, but in California, I loved riding in California. Oh my God, going through the mountains and a lot of beautiful riding areas out there. But I really am enamored by Tennessee, Kentucky, the Carolinas. That area is just gorgeous.
It is.
Hills and sweeping landscapes. It's just I find it very beautiful down there.
Oh, it is.
It's just unbelievable.
My sister lives in the tri-state area, West Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky.
Okay.
Area, so the Smoky Mountains.
Smoky Mountains. Oh yeah. It's just awesome down there.
Yeah,
it's
that's
beautiful.
great. And so I haven't ridden a bike back there, but I've driven through there. It's just wonderful.
Oh yeah.
And I can see why they're called Smoky. There's a lot of
rain.
haze
Clouds,
and
I rode through the rain a couple times in the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah. I haven't ridden a bike in a while, but I was into it for a long time. And
What'd you ride?
I had a Honda a long time ago. It was a 750.
750?
Then I got a 1200 or 1100.
1100?
Yeah. And then I've ridden Harleys and stuff like that recently. I just rent them or borrow. I have a friend who has a couple of them.
There you go.
But I haven't invested in one of my own for a while. But I'm thinking about it because there's a lot of areas around Albuquerque.
Now you're out of. That's where you're out of.
Yeah, I'm out of Albuquerque. Yeah.
Up in New Mexico. Okay.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of great areas to go riding around.
My
there.
brother-in-law's got some cabins out in New Mexico that he's dying me to go. He wants to ride out there, so I'll have to stop in and say hi.
Say hi. We'll go out and have a bite to eat or something and then talk some more, get to know each other a little better.
Good.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about with your business or add or anything to this? Or
I think you covered everything really. I guess the vendor session that we got here at DevCon.
What are you guys doing with that?
We're doing a vendor session on Wednesday from 2 through 15, and we are focusing. We put out a lot of tips and tricks.
Okay.
We come up with some cool stuff every once in a while, and we kind of like to put them out there and share with the community and give back. And I think we're doing kind of a hands-on, just because you can doesn't mean you should kind of a thing. But if you want to, it's going to be a hands-on about the drag and drop. We're going to go through that, creating an audit trail. When to use it, when not to use it, hierarchical portals, our progress bars that Andy Persons did. He did a really cool progress bar series we did, and then stealth buttons, and then popovers. So we just get there are tricks that are actually on our site that anybody can get right now, but we're just going to kind of explore those in a little more detail. People bring their solutions to their computers. We will help them implement them, answer questions. So kind of like a hands-on. So here's a set of tools we're going to play with. Let's play with them together. And so Doug West
you guys have put a lot of good stuff up on. I've got a thing called free FileMaker example files as a list.
Oh, okay.
Download files. So, and I'm sure several of those. There's 260 plus links on there. It links back to your website or the person's.
Yeah, I think I see you pop up on my list on my analytics thing. So
yeah,
that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
I know who it is.
And so I link it back and I go, hey, if you're looking for any free FileMaker example files, I've got 200 and some odd, almost 60 of them, and I add them when I find. I added one today from FileMaker blogging over in Europe, where he did something with a timeline, and he did it in JavaScript and doing JSON parsing, which is a big thing coming down the FileMaker path. We've got to integrate with other things. So he went out and got a JavaScript library that does a beautiful job of making a timeline, and the timeline, I blogged on it this morning, is FileMaker history.
Oh.
Starting in 1985 or so.
85, right,
yeah, thereabouts to present. And so you got little overlaps here and there in different versions and stuff, and it's a beautiful little piece of, and he put it all into FileMaker. FileMaker provides the data to the JavaScript, and it's used JSON to parse it, and then make this into WebViewer.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So, and he had a downloadable example file, which is what I love. So I put that on there, and I just push it out, And it
very
links
cool.
back to his website. It's good for him. Anybody that's looking for something like a timeline, they can find it easy. It's a searchable thing. So
Well, we got a new tip and trick coming out. That'll be coming out when we get back from DevCon from RJ Carroll. So stay tuned for that one.
I will.
That'll be a good one
I'll
as
keep
well.
an eye out for us. So, all right. Well, thanks very much. Again, this is Don Clark with FileMakerProGurus.com and FM Database Consulting. And this has been Christo, and Christo's with Excelisys.com out of Notre Dame, actually South Bend.
South Bend, yeah, exactly.
Thanks very much. I sure appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I
All right.
appreciate it.
Take care.
You too.
That's it.